G'day everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this video we are going over all the retiring LEGO DC sets that are retiring, and I'll be giving my investment thoughts on them. Let's get into it. So there is 7 DC sets that will be retiring by the end of the year, and they are this one here, the Batman vs the Joker Batmobile Chase, the classic TV series Cowl, the LEGO Batman Tumbler Scarecrow Showdown, the 1989 Batwing, the Batman Cowl, the Batcave, the Riddler face-off, and the classic TV series Batmobile. Now there are the ones that will be retiring, and I'm just going to go over them individually and giving my overall investment thoughts on these sets and whether I will be investing in them or not. So the first set we're going to be looking at is this one here, the Batman vs the Joker Batmobile Chase. Set number 76180 has 136 pieces and it does have 3 minifigures. Now, these figures are not exclusive, and they aren't really anything that's too stand out, but we're going to have a look at them in just a minute. So, in Australia, this set does retail for $50. In the US, it is $30, and in the UK, it is £25. So, this set was released in April of 2021, and as I said, it will be retiring at the end of the year, which means it would have been out for about a year and 8 months before it retires, so a decent shelf life, especially if you were investing in this set. Now we're going to have a quick look at the minifigures, because a minifig can obviously be a good driver for the set. So as I said, it did have 3. The Batgirl here appears in 3, so she is not an exclusive. However, she is selling for about $11 by herself on average on Bricklink. Then we do have the Batman of this set, who appears in 5 sets, and he sells for about $5 to $6. And then the Joker, he appears in 4 sets and he sells for about $5. So you could probably say around 20, 21, 22 bucks you're going to get for these figures. So if they were exclusive, obviously it would be a lot better, but they are still worth about 20, 21 bucks, these figs, and the as I said, it does retail for $50. So definitely the figs are alright, just if they were exclusive would be a lot better. Now the supply, now it currently is out of stock, and I don't see it much around in retailers, because I just don't believe that they do stock it, because I don't believe that it is actually quite popular. So I'm going to say that the supply isn't going to be too high, but that's because the demand isn't there. And if we actually go back to Bricklink, we can see that in the last 6 months there's only been 8 sold. And compared to the lots currently for sale, there's 46 different sellers. So the supply, yeah, it is, I believe, lower than average for this set, but the demand it isn't there for this set. So my thoughts on this one is I will not be investing in this one personally, especially because for the price for the pieces, as you can see, it is $50 and there is only 136 pieces. So the price per piece in this set as well is not the best. So I will be avoiding this set. That's not to say it isn't going to be a good investment. I'm not too sure, but the figs aren't exclusive, the price per piece isn't the greatest, and the demand isn't there, so I won't be investing in this set. So the next set we're going to be looking at is this one here, the classic TV series Batman Cowl, set number 76238, 372 pieces. It retails for $90 here in Australia, $60 in the US, and £55 in the UK. Now this set was released on October of 2021, and by the time it retires by the end of this year, it would have only been out for just a little bit over a year. Now, very short shelf life, and the reason for that is because the demand is not there for this set. As you can see, it's currently 30% off in the LEGO shop, and they never do that unless they are sets that they just have a lot of stock of and they want to get rid of, and as you can see, they do have a limit of 10. Also, if we do go over to Bricklink, in the last 6 months sales, we can see that there's only been 5. So the demand for this set it's not there at all. So if there is a set that isn't selling and there is no demand, you just want to avoid it at all cost with investing purposes. So we don't even need to go into too much detail with this set. I'm not saying it is a bad set, but investment wise, I will not be investing in this one. The next set we're looking at is this one here, the Tumbler Scarecrow Showdown, set number 76239, 2 minifigs, and it does have 422 pieces. I have done a LEGO investment review individually on this set as well. I'll leave a link for that down below if you want to check that out, where I go a lot more in depth. But in regards to this set, it retails here in Australia for $60, in the US $40, and in the UK £35, and it was released in October of last year, meaning by the time it retires it would have been out for just a little bit over 1 year, so a very short shelf life, which is a good sign. Now, I just want to touch on the minifigs again real quick. So over here to Bricklink, we do have 2. We've got the Batman, which is he only appears in this set, so he's an exclusive, and he sells for about $13 to $14. And then we do have the Scarecrow, which he is an exclusive as well, and he sells for roughly about the same price. So between them, the figs are worth about 26, 27, 28 bucks around that mark. And considering the set, so pretty much the figs are nearly worth half the value of the set itself at retail cost. And obviously investing, we want to be paying at least 20% off. So if you were to buy this set at 48, the figs are worth nearly 30 bucks. Yeah, it's looking good for the minifigures. So that is a good sign right there. And with the supply of this set, the supply is probably, I'd say, about average for this set. As you can see, there is only a limit of 2 on the Lego shop, at least here in Australia. I know in some other countries this one is a little bit more tougher to get, but in Australia I've found that this set is actually not the hardest set to get, especially at discount. But there is only a limit of 2 on the Lego store. It is always in stock, usually at Kmart and Toys R Us and stuff like that. So the supply, it is there for this set. Now I just want to quickly have a look at the demand as well. So we can see that there has been 58 sold in the last 6 months. So if we compare that back to like the Cowl, which sells 5, and the other Batmobile Chase, which was 8, you can obviously see that the supply for this set is a lot higher. So that is the demand for this set is a lot higher, and that is a good sign. We do want the demand to be there, because obviously if there is no demand, nobody is going to buy it, especially after it retires. So the demand is there. The supply, it is about average, so it is okay supply. We would like to see it a bit lower, especially here in Australia. I can't speak for other countries. So will I be investing in this set? Yes, I will be. I do love this set. It's got playability, good display piece, and it is very collectible, so I will be investing in this set. The next set we're talking about is the 1989 Batwing set number 76161, 2,363 pieces. It does have 3 minifigs. In Australia, it retails for $300. In the US, it is $200, and in the UK, it is £175. Now, the shelf life. So this set was released in November of 2020, which means by the time it retires at the end of the year, it would have been out for around that 2-year mark, which is usually about average. So it is okay for the shelf life. But touching on the minifigures in this set, I'm going to go over to Bricklink again. 3 minifigs. We do have the Batman here, which is, he does appear in 2 sets, but he is still selling for about, as we can see here, 40 bucks on Bricklink. So there's 40 bucks back already. We've got Lawrence, the Boom Box Goon. He's an exclusive, and he's about 20 bucks. And then we do have the Joker, who is $30. So we've nearly got $100 of value with the minifigs alone, and he is an exclusive as well. So that is a very good sign for the minifigs, for the collectability of the set. Now I just want to quickly touch on the supply. So you can see on the Lego site that there is actually a limit of 5, and this I'm pretty sure is actually a Target exclusive, at least here in Australia. So no other retailers really stock this set besides Lego and Target. So that is another good sign, because the less that retailers do have this, obviously the less stock there is going to be. So that is good, but it usually is in stock, and it is currently on sale at Target for about 20% off as well. So if you were wanting to pick up this set, pick it up now if you do want, because you can get 20% off. They may do another 20% off down the track, which I'm hoping for, but play it safe. You can buy it now as well. This is in Australia. So the supply is there for this set, but the demand is there for as well. So we've got there has been 19 sold on Bricklink. Obviously it's not as much, but we've got to remember that this is a more expensive set as well. So the demand is there for this set. The collectability definitely is there. So will I be investing in this set? Yes, I will be, and hopefully getting around that 20% off mark as well. So the next set we're going to be looking at is the Batman Cowl, which is set number 76182, 410 pieces, and it does retail here in Australia for 90 bucks. It does retail in the US for 60, and in the UK it is 55 pounds. Now there obviously is no minifigs in this set, so we're just going to have a look at kind of the supply and demand. So on the Lego site we can see that there is a limit of 5, so they do have a little bit in stock. And if we go over to Bricklink, we can see that there has been in the last 6 months 4 sold. So the demand for this one, just like the other Cowl we touched on before, the demand for this set just isn't there. And the supply, we can see that there is currently 91 lots and 461 individual items on Bricklinks, and obviously this is in pretty much all the retailers, and it usually is always discounted, so they're trying to get rid of it because there is too much supply and not enough demand. So I won't be investing in this set, and I will be avoiding it. Second to last, we do have the Batcave, the Riddler face-off, obviously from the newest Batman movie that has just come out, but this is set number 76183, has 581 pieces, has a few minifigures, it does have 6, and in Australia it retails for 120, the US it is 80, and in the UK it is £60. Now, I just want to quickly look at the minifigures in this set, because there actually is some value in these figs. So we've got Alfred Pennyworth, who is an exclusive, and he's about a $10 to $11 fig. We do have the Batman. He's in 3 sets, but he's worth about 9 to 10. So I've got about $20 of value so far. We've got the Bruce Wayne, who is an exclusive. He's about $11, so there's about $31. We do have the James Gordon, who is an exclusive. He's 11 as well, so there's about $42. Selena Kyle, who appears in 2 sets, and she's about $9 to $10 fig as well. And then we do have the Riddler, who is an exclusive, and he's about a $13.50 fig. So altogether, the figs are roughly worth kind of around that $65 marks, give or take. So that's more than half the set's value with just the figs. And the thing about this set as well is that it does have a lot of supply and not that much demand. And as we can see, that there is currently a limit of 10 on the Lego shop, and on Bricklink there is 85 lots available with 335 quantities, which means there's 85 sellers, and together they have 334 that they are selling. And there has been 28 of these sold in the last 6 months. So there has been a decent chunk of these actually. So the demand is there compared to a majority of the other sets on here as well. And the other thing about this set is you can get it discounted pretty good as well, better than 20%, at least what I've seen around here in Australia. So I did overlook this set investment wise, but coming back and having a good look at it, especially with these figures in this set, it seems to be a set that I wouldn't obviously go deep into, but I might pick up a couple if I got them for around that maybe 40% off mark, just because the figures are going to be a driver for this set. As we said, they're worth over $60, and if you can get this set 40% off, well, you're nearly going to be paying $60 anyway, and that's what the figs are worth. So will I be investing in this set? Yes, a little bit. Not too much, but I may aim to pick up maybe like 2 or 3 if I can get them at that 40% mark, but that's just my thoughts. And the last set, and certainly not least, is the Batmobile Classic TV series. Now, set number 76188, 345 pieces, retails for $50 here in Australia, 30 in the US, and £30 in the UK. Now, when was this set released? It was released in April of 2021. By the time it retires, it would have been out for about a year and 8 months, give or take. Now, the 2 minifigures in this set, let's go have a gaze. So, I've got 2 figs. We'll go over to Bricklink. Go and have a look. So we do have the Batman, who is an exclusive this one, and he sells for about $12, around that mark. And then the Joker, who is an exclusive, sells for about $10 as well. So you got kind of about $22 in figs, which is nearly about half the retail price as well. So that is good, and they are both exclusives. Now, the supply for this set, it is very low. It is always out of stock. It is very, very hard to get this set. At least here in Australia, it is very hard to get, and especially at discount. This is probably going to be a set which, if you do want to invest in, you're more than likely going to have to pay retail, and just hopefully that you can get like a gift with purchase or at least double VIP points if you do invest in this set, which double VIP points is actually going on right now as at the time of recording. So the supply is low for this set, which is good, and the demand is definitely there. We're going to go back to Bricklink, and we can see that, like the Tumbler, the one before we did have a look at, there has been 50 sold in the last 6 months, and we have a look here, there's only 128 sellers with 294 quantity available as well, so not as much as the other sets on this list. So the supply is low, the demand is high, it is always out of stock, exclusive figures, it's classic, it's collectible. Will I be investing in it? Absolutely, I will be. So just a quick recap of the sets I will and won't be investing in. This one here, the Batman vs. the Joker Batmobile Chase, I will not be investing in. The classic TV series Batman Cowl, I will not be investing in. The Batmobile, the Tumbler, Scarecrow, Showdown, I will be investing in. The Batwing, I will be. The Batman Cowl, I will not be. The Batman, the Riddler face-off, I may pick up a couple at a decent discount. And the classic TV series Batmobile, I definitely will be. So my top 3 are obviously the 2 Batmobiles and the Batwing. They are the sets that I will be aiming to invest in the most out of all of these DC sets, and I will be advising you to as well. But keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You do what you wish. We all have our different opinions, and obviously my thoughts are based on the Australian market. If you're watching and you're from America, UK, wherever you are, obviously your market may be a little bit different than what I am talking about, but I can only talk about from my experience, and this is just my thoughts and opinions that these three sets, the Batmobile Classic TV series, the Batwing, and the Batman Tumbler Scarecrow Showdown, will perform the best out of the retiring DC sets for this year. But anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.